Hello guys, I'm Protex, and today I'm gonna be talking about a topic that I don't think gets talked about enough, and is some characters have way more play rate than they're actually good. So for example, they'll have a pick rate of like let's say 10%, but like their win rate will be like 45 or 46% win rate, which is just significantly lower. And in my matches particularly, I've noticed that they're just not good. And the first character that I want to talk about is Emma. Now, Emma is good in certain situations, like for example when you're playing against Brawl, like Ding, Groot, Strange, uh, Hulk, Rogue. But other than that, she just kind of falls off really hard because she cannot really stack her beam reliably, especially when your team or the enemy team is playing triple DPS, because then she doesn't have enough time to stack her beam, and that is a huge part of how she gets her pressure done in most fights. So her playstyle is basically like a brawler, even though she doesn't really look like it. She really punishes close range characters that use their health bar to tank. Or for example, in Groot's case, he uses his walls, but she can just break those really easily because her beam does really good damage. And what happens is, most games you're just gonna go against characters like Punisher, Namor, Hela, Phoenix, uh, Bucky, and Elsa that are just simply going to outrange you and not give you the time to take your beam. And by the time you close on them, you're gonna be very low, or your supports are gonna have expended their resources in order for you to walk up. Now, her diamond form also is a really good ability, but a lot of the time, the tanks by now usually know how to play against her, and just to back up like 5 meters away from her, just kite her a bit, because she actually has really low HP, and if she wants to close on you, by the time she closes on you, she'll most likely be like half HP, and when she's half HP, she can just die even if she's in diamond form, which gives her, yes, gives her the CC immunity and the 25% damage reduction, but she's still kind of immobile while choking, so she gets like she is a bit of an easy target for a while to just hit. Now, like one other hero that I'm gonna be talking about, she actually has a place, and that is by playing into full brawl, as I said, or like something very close range, which makes her somewhat playable, but a lot of people just pick her as a solo tank because she theoretically has the most carry potential out of any tank, probably apart from Deadpool or maybe Groot. But she gets severely overplayed and in the wrong spots. Now, the character that actually is the worst in the game, not in the game, but the worst support in the game is actually, in my opinion, Luna. And why is that? Why do I think Luna is a bad support? Well, for one, she has the highest ultimate cost in the game. She has no mobility in a meta where mobility is really important, and she is highly reliant on aiming. Yes. And a lot of people that play her cannot aim, but play her because she either looks cool, or she has a lot of skins, or like they just like how she looks. But they just don't realize how much harm they're doing to their team by playing Luna in a lot of scenarios, because she does the least amount of healing output, at least right now, apart from like the off support. So for example, Cloak does more healing, Gambit does more healing, Invis does more healing, Loki does more healing, and Raccoon does more healing, way more reliably, while also having mobility, while also all of them having mobility, and having a better ultimate than her. Yes, maybe except for in this, but all of these characters have the potential to have better ultimate than her. And why do I think her ultimate is also not that good? Is because her ultimate doesn't synergize with the playstyle of her. She wants to pretty much be long range and sit really far back. And for example, when you want to cast your ult, you're gonna have to walk up like 1 to 2 seconds, and then you're gonna have before it ends, you're gonna have to walk a bit back 1 or 2 seconds before it ends because you have no mobility, and that creates a problem where your ultimate basically gets shorter or gets less value because you have to end it early or start diminishing its value early. Since, yeah, she doesn't have much mobility, so you kind of have to run preemptively. And a lot of people are just like, oh, Luna gets buffed every game, every patch. Oh, Luna is NetEase's favorite character, or Guangwan likes Luna, or Danny Ku is the director of Marvel games, and he doesn't like, and he created the character. Yeah, that may be true, but she's not actually strong. She gets a lot of skins though. And for Duelist, I'm just simply gonna go with Bucky. Well, yes, he is very polarizing to one class of people, or like for one class of players, which is the divers. To most people, he's not actually that good. He gets severely overplayed because people think, oh, he's good into every situation, which he is okay in pretty much all situations, but a lot of the time when you're playing him against like double poke, like let's say Punisher, Namor, Hela, Phoenix, Moon Knight, and Elsa, he just falls short really hard. And yes, he's very tanky because he gets like 40 shields every time he uses an ability. He just cannot really convert that into kills in the range game, and his hook is also really not that good that meta. Like, since you're playing into a lot of higher range characters, you pretty much won't be able to hook them in. And nowadays the tanks, at least in this meta, are really hard to hook in. Magneto, Strange, Thing, Emma, Deadpool, and Groot, they all have like a way to stave off his hook or dodge it. And there are heroes like Venom, Cap, and Angela that are, yes, they're divers, but they can play in the way to where they don't get hooked. And that basically leaves him without an ability most of the game. And his shift, yes, it's a good ability, but a lot of Bucky is just a way to use it when they have their hook up, so they can push someone in deeper into their team and basically confirm the kill. And his ultimate is really not that good. I would actually put it in like the bottom 30% of DPSs, because by itself it doesn't really do anything, since it just does 100 damage basically, and has an execute mark. Yes, it is really cool how he says, oh, again, and I think it's cooler than it is good, or sounds more scary than it is good. But because it leaves such a lasting impression when the Bucky gets the reset into the reset, people just hate it more than they should. And also think that the divers that are complaining about Bucky are way louder of a minority than the people actually play against them and do not say anything about them. So I hope you guys enjoyed my take or learned something new from what I had to say in this video. Uh, if you like more, if you would like to see more content like this, please like and subscribe, or and comment, and see you again soon.